All right, welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 678. And what I have in front of us here today is I went downstairs to the basement to organize some of the pennies. Um, the bags were getting kind of a little haphazard and messy. And I said, "Oh, let me tape up some of the bags and try to make it a little bit less messy." I had some boxes and scattered around. I said, let me move those to a designated location. And then some bags only had like a couple dollars. Other bags were too full. You know what I mean? So evening out the bags to make them about 50, about $10 bags, $10 to $15 bags each. While I was doing that, I mean, off here to the side of my desk, I have plenty and plenty and plenty of those are the penny rolls that I'm using on a daily basis. And then I have a few of the old ones, the all copper, like vintage ancient. They're all copper um, penny rolls that I do like once a month. So while I was going through the the bags, I said, okay, let me go grab a. I grabbed another Federal Wrap penny roll, and then I grabbed a few interesting ones. This is this means it was searched. The person searched through it. That's the person's name and phone number. That's how they used to do it at the bank. They used to put their name and their phone number on it. I found a red penny roll. I found one of the Rolex ones. I found an electric taped one, and I found one of them that is again cert. Well, this one's filled. The person wrote shiny on it, and what I want to do is and one of the things I want to do is I want to show. I haven't went through these search penny rolls in so long. The ones where these are searched, right? These are searched, and people put them back in after they look through them. These are not. And then you got the one with the person's phone number somewhere, right? And that's a nice picture right there. It's not the anyway. That's how they did it. They put their phone numbers on it, so it is what it is. Does this one have does it have the bank on it? Oh, it does have the bank on it. Oh, it doesn't want to stay put. Okay. All right. So in today's episode, I'm gonna do this as just a standalone. I just want to show off some of the rolls that I handpicked, that I cherry picked out of the bags. Today we're gonna do for episode 678. I don't know what I said at the beginning of this of the recording. 678. I'm gonna do the search through. As long as there's copper in it, I'll search through it. If there's no copper in it, then I'll move on. What I've noticed is a lot of these search through penny rolls where people put the checks on it. I think they are looking for wheat cents. I only find a wheat cent every 10 rolls. So if they're only taking out the wheat cent, I really don't care. It's still okay as long as there are um, 5 to 10 copper pennies in it, it's okay. I'm fine with it. But I do have to check when I'm doing like I do for every video at the beginning of the penny roll to make sure that there are copper pennies. If not, then I'll pick another roll. This one here says shiny, but it's probably a mixture of shiny zincs and shields, and I separate. Excuse me, the Lincolns and the shields, the memorials and the shields, and I separate the memorials and the shields. So that has to get searched through. So it should be interesting. So I guess the point is, it's very fascinating to see the types of penny rolls you can find if you go to enough banks and you've got enough penny rolls from banks, and looking at the history and looking at the idiosyncrasies and some of the, you know what I mean? It's interesting looking at how this is a very old person. The person could be gone already from this earth. They have not had to write their name and phone number on a penny roll 10, 15 years. So this is an old person who either made these penny rolls in their house 10, 15, 20 years ago, or hadn't been to the bank in so long that they thought they still had to do that, and was doing that. So it's very I find it fascinating, the legend, the lore, how things were done, and you're not gonna see this anymore. This is it's so funny. They are not giving out pennies in the banks anymore. I mean, yes, I did get some pennies in the bank. I'm telling them I do have a business account, but like they're super like inquisitive, and I'm thinking 2026 you're not going to get any more pennies. I think they're all going to be just commemorative. I'm not positive about that. We're going to find out soon enough. And but this whole like thing, what I'm doing right here, for the most part, this is over. This is this is history. This is history. This is something in 10 years, people, if someone watches this video in 2035, and they'll be like, wow, man, 10 years ago, people were able, well, it's not even, some of these I did get in early 2025, but as of late 2025, you basically can't get these anymore. But someone might be watching this 10 years from now, like, wow, 10 years ago, you were able to get pennies from the bank like this, and have this cool hobby basically for free. I'm telling you, man, I'm so glad I got into it when I did, and I met the people who I met. Very fortunate. All right, on with the show. I was a little too verbose there, and gonna have to move on, and that's why I didn't want to make this into the actual episode. All right, so coming up, episode 678.